morning, guys. So this is going to be a quick video on the Gametrix Jetseat. So here it is. Okay, what has it got? Well, there's a vibration motor here, 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 and here. So this is the 908. Okay, so I guess the real question is, though, what does it do for you? Alright, and well, actually, before we get to that, let's have a look at the connections just so I can show you, because it's not, well, it's not difficult, but it's not that easy either. So down here we have the on-off switch, basically, and then the power supply. From the on-off switch, it goes through a extension lead to join up to my USB hubs. Alright, and another thing to note on it is, if you have one of those chairs that has the big side bit, like a racing chair, then that isn't ideal for it because of the way the pads sit. Alright, and on the back here I've had to put an extra bungee to hold it up. It has a strap underneath it. Okay. Anyway, pretty much, you know, it is a massage toner, and they do a much better version of this that Andre now makes, which is, you know, kind of fighter color green cloth. You know, same motors, the same effects, but, you know, a nicer looking thing. Anyway, so I'm going to switch and we'll just have a look at the effects now on the TV, what you get out of it. Okay, so here is the controls for the sim shaker. That is the Gametrix Jetseat. That was just in the first part of the video. And as you can see on here, you know, I mean, if you do, most of it is pretty self-explanatory. And the only thing I'm going to really do is go through a couple of highlights. All right, number one, chaff and flare dispense. Yeah, in a real aircraft, you can't feel that. But I have to say that in the game, it's kind of nice because you can feel when you've run out of chaff or you've run out of flare, because it makes a little thump on the seat every time you dispense. So it's a cheat, but I like it, so I'll leave it there. All right, engine rumble piston beat. Okay, that is your background engine noise. Obviously, it's a little bit high, I find, but if you run it down, I run it about 25. You can see it's at 28, and that does a pretty good job. It's just like a background, you know, thing that you get the whole time you're flying. So if your engine cuts out for any reason, it's pretty obvious, you know, but it helps. Gear turbulence, haven't noticed a lot of that. Right now, G feeling. This effect I hate because in a real aircraft, on the Jetseat, what it does is it gives you a vibration on one side, which is just the side that you're kind of turning from or something. Anyway, as you can see, I have it off. It doesn't really help you because when you fly an aircraft, you know, pilot style aircraft, okay, you can feel a lot of the alpha, you can feel a lot of turbulence, you can feel the speed to a certain extent. So this effect of G really just covers up the useful effect. The really useful effect is down here, stall shutters, vortex ring straight, which I have at 73. And I put that up to make it feel more realistic on the plane. So when I start to get, you know, buff it, basically, my seat is going to buff it. So I can fly the aircraft more by feel, you know, because you can actually feel when the aircraft is at high alpha. So it does actually make life a lot easier for you because, you know, that's kind of more like how you fly a real aircraft. Let's be honest, you know, on a real aircraft, there is no, for those of you who have force feedback sticks and stuff, there is no force feedback on a real aircraft. You know, there's a stick shaker on a 777, yes, you know, that comes in kind of a bit late, you know. What this does is actually a lot closer to a real aircraft than, you know, what a force feedback stick ever does. So, and that's about it. So for mine, you can see on here, this is the Harrier. So I've got my stall shutters up. All right, I've got the hover buffet up a little bit. You know, I like feeling the effect and letting me know when it's getting to that. And G-feeling is off. Always have G-feeling off, because otherwise that G-feeling can mask to a certain extent the stall, the buffet when you're at high alpha. So that is actually can degrade how you're flying the aircraft, obviously, because at high speed you get more G, you know, with less alpha. So I'm really more interested in alpha than I am in G. All right, and because it doesn't feel like that, anything like that in the real aircraft anyway. It just takes away from me some of the realism. Now I'll bring up a helicopter now. Let's check the MIA. Have I changed anything? Oh no, this one hasn't been done. So where I normally have it. Okay, translational lift I like. All right, but the biggest one is stall shutters VRS, which I'm going to take up to 75 or so. And the main rotor. Okay, so for this, what I do, main rotor whirl low, I leave, because on startup, you know, the helicopter, you know, vibrates a lot. But when it gets to main rotor high, the thing settles down, right? So it smooths out a little bit. So I put it down again at like 27, which is like the ongoing that you get on the fixed wing aircraft. So let's just go. Let's see if I did actually. Did I do the Gazelle? Yeah, I kind of done the Gazelle. All right, so main rotor high is at 26, stall shutters is at 60. Right, actually on the Gazelle, because it's pretty hard to enter VRS in a Gazelle, you really got to mess around with it, you know. Now, G-feeling USB, don't really mind in the helicopter cars. It's not really the same. So as you can see here, I've actually left it on, but, you know, it's not a big deal. Anyway, so this is, there's a quick look at the Jetseat Sim Shaker. I do recommend it. It's really good. You know, I am actually on the beta testing team. You know, but Olaf F410. If you ever look at the thing, he does all of this software for this, and he does it all for free. No one's getting paid anything. You know, he does have a bit of a PayPal account if you feel like donating to him. You know, but he does do a lot of work on it when he's not doing his thesis. So, but it's good, yeah, really good. And, you know, as I think I mentioned in one of my other videos, in conjunction with the VR, it is, you know, kind of indispensable. It really does massively help with the sense of immersion. Anyway, I hope you find that useful. Cheers.